So, I've been gone for a little bit, huh? It's been like, what, 2 years? I haven't posted because, I'm lazy. So, yeah, I'm not really doing anything besides, still studying my Korean. But I've still been playing Osu, you know? And I've actually gained a lot of ranks since the last time I posted. Now, even though I've gained a few ranks recently, I haven't been focusing on farming. And that's because I decided that I'm only gonna start farming again once I'm capable of setting 300s consistently. So most of the plays on my profile right now are just for me wanting to fix AC on an old score. And it just so happens that it's also one of my top plays. So even if my profile doesn't reflect it, what I've really been working on is trying to improve my skill cap. So that would entail figuring out what makes maps hard for me and then working on that. So I've been playing a variety of different maps, different ARs, and I started to notice a pattern. Now this happens to me the most on ARs 9.5 to 9.8, something like that. Whenever there was a prolonged jump section, so just single taps, not separated by sliders or anything like that, I would hit the first 2, maybe 3 notes, and then after that I would severely under aim every single note, whether it's left, right, up, down. It made no sense to me. So I took some of my replays into Rewind. I was trying to figure out why that was happening, and then I got it. All of a sudden, I just felt like I had more control over my cursor. So from that point on, every time I'd hit a jump section after like the first 2 notes, I told myself to aim further than I thought I needed to.
What?
So I just kept doing that until eventually I didn't have to tell myself to over aim. And that simplified has allowed me to be more consistent with my aim and hit patterns that I could never hit before. Like this pattern. Now don't mind the accuracy because the last time I played this, I used to put on plus 15 offset for hard rock for literally no reason. So that probably meant I couldn't read it, but I didn't realize that until like halfway through the song. But even with that, the fact that I've been able to gain this much AC, especially in this star range, kind of shows that it's working a little bit, I guess. So when I figured out what was going on with my aim in terms of jumps, I started looking at the bursts. Because for some odd reason, when it came to bursts that are greater than 5 notes, it just felt like I never had enough stamina. Like it always felt like I was running out. And I have the fattest UR bar at the bottom, and I play full screen so I can actually see it when I'm playing. And it would usually say that I'm late. I'm like, how am I late on 170 or 180 BPM? So I took some replays into Rewind, and I wasn't aiming them right. So I'd say my biggest problem was just flat out misaiming the first note of the burst and then chain missing. Or if I hit the first note of the burst, I'd proceed to under aim the entire burst and drop a bunch of 100s because it's like, it's almost as if I just missed a note and I was an entire note behind, but it didn't register the miss. That's kind of what was going on. So even though my UR said I was late, I started tapping way slower and aiming faster, and that fixed everything. And that's opened up a wide variety of maps like this one. But it's just crazy to me how I discovered this map when I was trying to fix my burst, and then all of a sudden I can play it. So now the only thing left to do was to put both of them together, to try and find some maps that had both aim and some of those bursts that I was struggling with. And in that pursuit, I wound up getting what I think is my highest star rating, HDHRFC.